today's review is Narciso Rodriguez. I can't say it. Narciso Rodriguez. No, that's not right. Narciso Rodriguez. I think that's about right. That's going to have to do. Ambree. It's the latest release. Came out this year. And it was sent to me, this decant, sent to me by the YouTuber Sal. So thank you so much, Sal. And I've worn through almost the entire thing. There's just a tiny bit left, so I have been enjoying this fragrance, and I thought I'd better get a review out before it's all gone. This is probably the last of the juice, so I'll spray it on the arm in just a moment off camera. Do a little bit more, I think. Yep. Oh, we're running out actually. Might not make it to the arm. Better do it now. Just spray a little bit on the wrist. Yep. Pretty much done it. That's it. We used it all up. So I was really interested in this one because it's got frangipani, which is one of my favorite notes, and I like the way that Narciso Rodriguez do their fragrances. I like the powdery muskiness that they have is their signature in all their fragrances, but quite a lot of their fragrances, or pretty much all of them, apart from the, I think it's just called Pure Musk, have a very strong floral element, and they're just a bit too floral for me, and they're not my kind of florals. I think there's things like tuberose and lily and stuff like that, and they're just a little bit too sharp for me. But this is frangipani. I'm going to list the notes a bit later on. I haven't looked them up recently. I just know there's frangipani in here. To me it smells like it's quite sharp in the opening, fresh, sharp, a little bit, I guess, a suntan lotion-esque. I guess they're going for that. It feels like they are. It kind of comes across as warm sand to me as well, warm sand and florals, and I really like it. The opening's a little bit sharp, the floral is a little bit sharp, like it is in a lot of the Narciso Rodriguez fragrances, but it mellows pretty quickly. So to me at the moment it's kind of like fresh floral in a very exotic floral way, with a backbone of warm sand, if that makes sense. I guess there's a bit of ambroxan going on in here, which might be giving it that warm sand kind of feel. Might be that. It's wafting up really nicely from around my neck now. I would ideally have liked to have sprayed more, but I have emptied the decant, so I don't think I'm going to judge this fragrance too much on its projection and longevity, because I haven't really sprayed enough. Overall, when I have sprayed it before, I get about 4 or 5 hours of decent sort of being able to smell it, which is fine for me for a designer fragrance. Really enjoying how it smells though, so I'm heading off and I'll probably come back with a bit more info very soon. So I went for a walk and I went to a pub. First time I've been in a pub in a long time, and it's a Tuesday afternoon, so it's really quiet, and I just sat in the garden of the pub and had 2 drinks, and then I walked home again. So it's about a half an hour walk each way, and the fragrance is wafting up, particularly outdoors. As the breeze catches it, you can smell it. So performance wise, I think it's pretty good, because we are 2.5 hours in now and I'm still able to smell it, and it's lovely creamy woodsy vanilla. I wouldn't be able to say much more. It's not really changed a lot, except I feel like the floral elements feels like it's actually gone. It still feels to me like a warm sand smell, like a bit like a suntan lotion-ish feel without the floral notes that you normally get in a suntan lotion, but it is really creamy like a suntan lotion. So it's creamy, a little bit sweet, but it's not sickly sweet. Woodsy, warm sand, vanilla. And the vanilla is not a separate vanilla. It's obviously vanilla. It's just kind of blended in with everything. So it's all blended together really, really nicely to make you smell really quite delicious. So I'd say it feels a bit like a gourmand in that respect. It's quite a delicious scent. So why am I filming like this, you might be wondering? Well, 2 drinks in the afternoon. I think the best thing for me right now is a little sleep. So I'm just going to have an hour's nap because, you know, I'm old. So it's time for my afternoon nap. And then I'll give you some more thoughts in a bit. Right then, so I'm up from my nap. I went to sleep very well and I didn't quite get up at the time I planned. So it's now 8:30 in the evening. So fragrance has been on for 6 hours about. And as I move around, I can just catch little whiffs of it. It's certainly not as well projecting, but it's still not a skin scent. So I'm more than happy with the performance for this. For a designer fragrance, I think that's fine. I'm absolutely happy with that. In terms of scent development, it doesn't do a lot. The opening is very different to how it dries down, but then it kind of stays the same. So opens up, you smell that lovely frangipani, and it's kind of bright, a bit fresh, almost a bit sharp, and you can smell the undertone of the sweeter notes, which to me, as I said earlier, it smells like warm sand. Imagine a beach and the sun's beating down on the sand and then the scent's rising up, but amplify it, because you actually don't get that much scent from that, but amplify it, add a little sweetness. That's kind of what I really get from it at the beginning. And then all that happens is that the flower just kind of slowly creeps away, that lovely frangipani floral, and in its place you get this woody, sweet, musky, creamy vanilla. That's kind of really all that happens, but I still really like it. I'm not too annoyed that it's lacking in development, because I think it just smells so good. And I think at this point now I would respray simply to get more effect, because I like I like it to be noticeable. And even though it's still noticeable as you move around, you catch little whiffs of it. I would probably respray just to get something a little bit more in your face. So I didn't tell you the notes. I still haven't looked them up. So I will put them on the screen for you now, just in case that is something that you want to know. I probably should have just looked them up, but I didn't. So, you know, sue me. Yeah, that's it really. Will I buy it? Contemplating it. Yeah, I quite like it. So I'm not going to rush. I'm on my no buy anyway. So I'm not going to rush to buy it, because I'm not buying anything until September. But it might be something that I buy in September, but it's probably not going to make the top of my list. If I own a bottle, it's not going to get loads and loads of wear in comparison to all the other things in my collection. And I've realised lately that I've been spraying a lot of all the new stuff I've been buying, and neglecting some of my real true loves, my Guerlains, my Elie Saab Essence No. 1 Rose, my Papillons. All my niche and indie stuff hasn't really been getting much love, although that might be because of the weather as well, because it's been pretty hot, or kind of like hot most days, some days. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think I need some food. Anyhow, yeah, so it's on the buy list, but it's kind of like not priority. That's where I am with it. If I had a smaller collection, I'd want it 100%. If I was not a fragrance head and didn't have a big collection and I smelt that, I would absolutely want to own it. I really like it. So that's where we're at. Okay, thank you for watching. If you feel like it, you could press the like button. If you don't. And if you're not subscribed, you could always subscribe, but again, I'm not going to know if you do or you don't, so do whatever you like, because we are free people.